The wrong.
Right, what's the next story, Rebecca? What's the next story?
Rebecca, can I have 2 seconds? Can I have 2 seconds?
I'm giving
Rebecca?
you. Look, I like the way you say 2, so I'll give you 2 seconds.
Hey,
Go
man,
ahead.
you say he does have a mohawk? Remember Marcus used to have a mohawk when we first did the show?
Oh, that's right. That's that 15% Irish.
Ben did his mohawk.
Marcus called
Ben
you a
did his
bummer.
mohawk. Oh, God. No, we're moving on. We're moving on right now. We're moving on right
next
now.
Story, next story.
Biden reviews Gulf arm deals start long path with Iran. President Joe Biden's administration on Wednesday signaled a fresh look at U.S. policy in the Middle East, announcing reviews of massive arms packages for the United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia, as well as envisioning a slow return to diplomacy with Iran. On his first full day on the job, Secretary of State Antony Blinken said that it sounds like that word that you made up, Mondale. But Antony Blinken said that his top priorities would include addressing the catastrophe for civilians in Yemen, where U.S. ally Saudi Arabia has been bombarding Houthi rebels. The State Department also said it was temporarily pausing sales authorized by former President Donald Trump, including munitions to Saudi Arabia and a $23 billion package of cutting-edge F-35 jets to the United Arab Emirates. So Blinken has already pledged to end military support for the Saudi campaign and to revisit the designation of the Houthi rebels as terrorists, a last-minute move by his predecessor, Mike Pompeo, that aids groups say will criminalize vital work, as the insurgents are a de facto government. All these damn words. With regards to the Iran deal, Secretary Blinken confirms that the Biden administration wants to return to the 2015 nuclear deal trashed by Trump, but insisted that Iran must first return to compliance before the U.S. will re-enter the deal.
I think that's fair. Mundell, I heard you say good. I think it's fair. I mean, first of all, Iran is going to have to make its own decision with regard to whether or not it's going to trust America again. There's a theory in international relations called pacta sunt servanda, meaning agreements must be kept. And as soon as Donald Trump pulled away. Anyway, so when Donald Trump undermined the original Iranian nuclear deal, that gave Iran all the justification to do what it did. Now, if they think that Joe Biden is a good faith actor and they want to come back into that deal, then I think it's an okay ask for us to say, Iran, let's bring it back into conformity to the deal, and we're going to honor the deal. There could be some downfalls to that, but I think it's a start. What do you think, Mundell?
Ben, I am proud of your bona fides, your international bona fides, my friend. Very good.
Shout out to
I love that.
My professors.
Yeah. So, but let me say something else though. This may sound off, but this is absolutely necessary. America owes Iran an apology.
Come on. All right. We in the right house today.
We did something that should have launched us into war with that country. We killed a military official on foreign land.
That's right.
Did y'all forget we killed Soleimani?
I forgot. Yeah, I forgot.
That is absolutely, that was everybody, the international community was angry at Trump because what you did, you violated all types of rules. First of all, this is something that we did in Iraq from an Iran military minister and the international, this is what made Iraq want to kick us out, amongst other things, but also it made the international community start investigating America for war crimes. Like, you can't kill people you can't kill a military, you can't kill anybody on foreign land because that's a violation of those people's sovereignty. So anyway, so I would say that. And then also pulling out of the nuclear deal like we did destabilized the entire Middle East. And we also continue, when I say we, I'm talking about Trump and his administration continued to, push the Middle East to the brink of catastrophic war on a regular basis with Trump's loose words and the stuff he said. I almost said a bad word. The stuff he said. So this nuclear deal is absolutely necessary for stability in the Middle East. And also the idea that we're going to do something against Saudi Arabia is past time. They killed a journalist. When Trump first got in office, did y'all forget they killed a journalist, bro? And we just doubled down. Trump said, "Oh, I believe them." Just like
he was like, "That's our people." Right.
That's our people. And then he gave them a bunch of jets. So he sold Saudi Arabia a bunch of jets, and so this is absolutely necessary, and also it brings more stability than anything else we saw under the past administration,
bro. And the continuation of the Yemeni war, right? Of the war crimes, right? So I'm glad that they're reviewing that, because we have blood on our hands in this nation by proxy of our tax dollars paying for the weapons and the jets and the technology that is now being sold to Saudi Arabia, used to obliterate an entire nation, right? Starving children. A humanitarian crisis like we have never seen in our lifetimes is being funded by our taxpayer dollars. So, yeah, we need to review it, and we need to end that.
Can I say one more thing that's not related, but related, Marcus?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
I hope we're going to talk about this again today, because this is disgusting. What Robin Hood did to GameStop.
Oh yeah, no, we're going there. Yeah. Okay. You don't play with gamers, baby. We going there.
All right, we got. So my response to it is, America is going to owe every brown person in the Middle East a Truth and Reconciliation package.
Yeah. Wow.
Like, and if technology keeps going the way that it does, and history books are allowed to keep writing, and internet is allowed to keep recording, and people are allowed to keep learning, this is not me being anti-American. It's just that we got to keep it 1,000. Brown brothers and brown brothers who are, in Israel, right? Like, they can't get the Palestinians can't get COVID-19 relief. They can't get immunizations. They they have an effective program for Israelites to get it, and they're literally, totally surrounding some of these Palestinian areas, and they don't have COVID relief. We have created a kerfuffle where, if one bad election, we can end 20, 30 years of negotiation just because some racist white folks decided they want to make another racist the president. Right. That is not stability on our part as a country. That is not
facts.
It's not. And then also we have to reconcile with the military industrial complex. Let's have a conversation. Is it about safety of America anymore?
Wow. Or is
it about control of other people and what they doing, right? Like, sweep around your own front door before you sweep around mine.
Come on.
Right? Let's take some of that
for other people.
Let's take some of that. Yeah, let's take some of that money from the military industrial complex and use it to stop white folks from trashing the Capitol building. Right? Like,
come on.
Wow.
I mean, that's just where I'm at with it, man. Like, what are we doing over there?
That's the word, though. That's true.
You know what I mean? What are we doing?
Bro, Costa Rica has not spent, listen, China, who we call a provocateur, right? China has spent $0 on war. We've spent what? Trillions on war. Trillions.
Well, let me throw one. No, I want to ask you, what about the fact of all these nations that are beneficiaries of America's empire, right? Because there are plenty of nations who don't have to have war because America's having war on their behalf, right? So and so in that way, they made, Costa Rica. I did some studies over there a couple summers ago, and we studied exactly that, the fact that they don't even have a military, but they clearly are beneficiaries of American empire. So I mean, I don't want to get too deep into it, but because those tentacles, the tentacles of American empire, not only do they stretch all over the globe, but they really go down deeper than we really take into consideration sometimes. So anyway, Rebecca, you better pull us out of this before we have a whole lecture on international relations.
Yeah, before we move on, Mondale, did you have a point really briefly?
No. I think Ben is right, because it wouldn't be a really quick point. I am a international
Willy.
He said Willy Wonka.
Well, I didn't know you knew international relations like that.
So my thing is, I have my undergrad was in a BA in political science, but it was a concentration in African politics and Latin American politics. Those are my minors.
Oh, that's dope. That is
wow,
dope.
look, we're just learning about you, Mondale.
Okay. Bro, we gonna have to chop it up on international relations because honestly, between I do now know between the two of us on and then Marcus, like that's the trifecta on international relations, bro. We can speak from a position of knowledge. My master's is in political science with an emphasis in international relations, and I'm all but dissertation in bro, yes, it's in my office. The older version.
The only reason I know anything about international relations is because when you're overseas and George Bush is the president, you wonder where you might go next.
You were overseas when George Bush was president, Marcus?
Yeah,
that's a terrifying notion.
Yeah,
that's terrifying.
Where is this guy going to send me next?
Oh God, yeah.